Now my soul is troubled, and what should I say? Father, save me from this hour? No, it is for this reason I have come to this hour. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came from heaven. I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again. The crowd standing there heard it, and said that it was thunder. Others said, an angel has spoken to him. Jesus answered, this voice has come for your sake, not mine. Now is the judgment of this world. Now the ruler of this world will be driven out. And I, when I'm lifted up from the earth, will draw all people to myself. He said this to indicate the kind of death he was to die. The crowd answered him, we have heard from the law that the Messiah remains forever. How can you say that the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man? Jesus said to them, the light is with you for a little longer. Walk while you have the light, so that the darkness may not overtake you. If you walk in the darkness, you will not know where you are going. While you have the light, believe in the light, so that you may become children of the light. During this series of Holy Week devotions, we are being invited to walk in the footsteps of Jesus. This week is a painful journey. We join Jesus, who faces the terrible decision to give up his life for the glory of the Father. What is the Father's glory? Glory is a word that makes us think of shining light and a royal crown. Why should God get all the glory anyway? What kind of a God even wants all the glory? The simplest answer is that God's glory is the revelation of God's character. Yes, God is full of light and crowned with a royal crown. But what is God's character? God's character is full of love and mercy, shaped by justice and righteousness. This, simply put, means God is about making all relationships right and whole and good. That is what love, mercy, justice, and righteousness are for. God longs for the healing of all he has made. That our relationship with God, with ourselves as created by God and in God's image, with other people and with all creation, be made right, whole and deeply good. That's what God's about. And this is what it means to bring glory to God. And strangely, when we bring glory to God in this way, it also brings glory to all that God has made. We bask in God's light and life. But back to the story. Jesus has done nothing but bring glory to the Father his whole life. He has stood up for the oppressed, challenged the powerful, healed the sick, and forgiven sinners, and welcomed the outcast. He has brought glory to the Father. Jesus has shown who God is, the God of love and mercy. And yet this God is also the one who will not allow the ruler of this world to remain. Now, in the death of Jesus, the ruler of this world, the one who opposes God and all God stands for, is thrown out. And the world itself, as it chases after all that is not of God, is judged. It is shown up for what it really is. It is against God and against the flourishing of all that God has made. It is destructive of relationships and only brings death. Jesus' death is not the end of the story. Jesus hints in this passage that through his death, he will draw all people to himself. This will mean restored and right relationships for all who long for this. As we join Jesus in his journey to the cross, we choose to turn away from actions and attitudes which do not lead to right relationships with God, self, others, or creation. We refuse to collaborate with the defeated ruler of this world. We choose light and life, even though it may mean, for a time, experiencing grief or suffering. We know that God's plan is for goodness and wholeness. Let's join Jesus as he walks towards the cross. Lord, may we not desert you at the crossroads of hard choices. In this minute of silence, I'm going to invite you to do two things. First, give thanks that our God is for the healing of the world. And secondly, ask God to show us what needs to change in our relationships, things that do not support God's commitment to loving, just, and deeply good relationships.